Hello everyone, I'm Sohnjee and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, thank you so much. Welcome. Glad to have you here. If you are a returning person, I appreciate your time. And of course, if you are a subscriber, thank you so very much. I appreciate your support. So let's get right into it. We are studying astrological sun sign matchups. That's right. We're pairing each one of the 12 zodiac signs with their counterparts and seeing what a possible relationship between the two looks like. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're talking about Taurus. That's right, it's Taurus time. How do you know if you're a Taurus? Well, if you're born on or between April 20th through May 20th, you are indeed a Taurus. So, what is it about Taurus? Let's get some basic generalities going about Taurus. What do they say about you? Well, Taurus, number one, is an earth sign, and it's represented by the bull. Taurus is also known as a fixed sign, meaning they are doers, they are task performers. A fixed sign is the one you go to get it done. And a Taurian getting the job done, chances are they're going to get it done, and they're going to get it done right. Now, Taurus enjoys relaxing just as much as they enjoy working. They prefer serene and soothing environments. They like fragrances. Good smelling things appeal to Taurus, and they like succulent flavors. So your Taurian is definitely a person of the nose and the mouth. That is what gets your Taurus going. If it smells good and it tastes good, chances are your Taurian's on it. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the planet that governs love, beauty, and money. And yes, you guessed it, Taurus is all about those things. And because Taurus is ruled by Venus, it makes Taurus one of the most sensual of the sun signs. Did you know that? Did you know that your Taurus was that sensual? Well. Now you do. And it's because they are ruled by Venus. Now, they love comfort and luxury, and pleasure is an absolute necessity for a Taurian. Taurians feel most comfortable and content when they are being pampered. Being pampered in the lack of luxury, you got it. That's a number one for a Taurus. Now, Taurus also governs the neck area. So, caresses, massages, gentle touches across the neck of a Taurian is irresistible to these bulls. Now, practical and well-groomed Taurian is the sign that harvests the fruits of labor. So they enjoy luxury, they will partake in luxurious things, but they're also very practical. A Taurian is willing to wait for luxury at the expense of making sure that they are secure. Because yes, Taurians like to have all their ducks in a row. Now, Taurians are sensual and tactile, considering taste and touch the most important of all senses. So, as I said to you, if it smells good and if it tastes good, those are keys to a Taurian. But if it feels good, if they can touch it and taste it, yeah, you got the keys to a Taurian. Now, Taurians are typically stable people. They are considered one of the most reliable of the sun signs in the zodiac. But you need to be very careful when you're dealing with a Taurian, because once their minds are made up about a specific subject, no matter what it is, if they have made up their mind, chances are your Taurian's going to stick to it. You're not going to have a lot of luck changing a Taurian's mind unless you have a very talented gift of persuasions. They usually make up their mind and they stick to it until they see it to the end. be that as it may, that's why they refer to Taurians as stubborn as a bull. That's where that came from, because Taurians are considered unmoving in some instances. Now, Taurians also know the value of a dollar, and as I said, they aren't afraid to work for it. They are the workers. They are the ones that will get it done. But they will get it done in a beneficial way, as Taurians feel most secure when their bank accounts have adequate savings and they get returns on their investment. So what does that mean if you happen to be with a Taurian person and you're in a romantic relationship with them? Well, a Taurian will, of course, see you as their partner, but they also see you as an investment of their time, an investment of their feelings. So they want to see a return on their investment. A Taurian is going to be involved with you because they've made up their mind that they want to, and also because you're an investment and they like for their investments to pay off. So security is paramount, and any threat to that is a problem with a Taurian. As I said, they're known to be stubborn as a bull. They're also known, some of them, to have quite a temper. So you don't want to get your bull out of sorts. You want to keep things as peaceful and harmonious as you can with your Taurian, because they are not afraid to get angry, and well, they don't have a problem staying angry either. Now, Taurians are dependable partners and great friends. As I said, once that they've made up their mind that they're going to invest in you, chances are a Taurian, come hell or high water, is in it to win it. So what are some strengths of Taurians? Well, they're known to be reliable, practical, patient, devoted, responsible, and overall quite stable people. They like routine. They like making a plan and sticking to it. Now, what are some of the weaknesses about Taurus? Well, people say they're stubborn. We talked about that. Stubborn as a bull. That's where that comes from. They can be quite possessive. What's a Taurian is a Taurian. Don't try to take it from them. They have a problem with that. And they can sometimes be uncompromising, which goes back to that whole stubborn, possessive, kind of icky thing. Not all Taurians, of course, but this is something that's kind of attributed to them. Now, what's some of the likes for a Taurian? Well, they're known to like gardening. Again, they like touch. They like doing things with their hands. A lot of Taurians are known to be excellent cooks, very much into music. They're known to like romance. Of course, high quality clothing and items. And they enjoy, as I said, touch, things happening with their hands, massages, things like that. With some dislikes for a Taurian, well, they don't like sudden changes. They don't like sudden complications. They don't like insecurity of any kind. So a Taurian likes to be comfortable. They like to keep things cool, consistent, and reliable. They like practicality. They like predictability. That's just who they are. Of course, can a Taurian do things that are impromptu? Yes, of course, they are human. Can they do things that are totally contradictory to everything I just said? Probably, yes, they can do that too. But of course, these are general attributes that we are attributing to our Taurian. So, without further ado, let's find out what happens when a Taurian is matched with your sun sign. Let's see what happens. Let's see if you have the goods to handle our Taurian, because they're awfully strong personalities most of the time. Let's see how you do. Stay tuned, coming up right after this. Hello, Taurus with Libra. Welcome to your matchup. Now, Taurus with Libra is a match with a number of challenges. It just is what it is. Although at first, things will be quite terrific. So, let's get into it. Taurus with Libra. Well, Libra is a very sociable partner who enjoys attention, and there's a good chance this will bring out Taurus's possessive side, okay? Now, Librans often feel the need to test their attractiveness in public via flirting, okay? They're just sociable people. It is harmless flirting, but it is flirting nonetheless, and Taurians have very little tolerance for that thing. So the flirting is likely over a period of time to be a trigger for your Taurian, which is going to make them more jealous and possessive, which is a vicious cycle, because once you become jealous and possessive for a Libra, you turn them off. You know, there's a fine line between being in a way attracted to it, because you will make your Libra feel as though you want them, and but at the same time, if you take it too far, then for your Libran, it will make them feel as though you're trying to encapsulate them and change them and trap them, so to speak. And that is a major turnoff for Libran. Now, there could be disagreements as well over the flirtation, which leads to the Taurian deciding, well, let's avoid these conflicts by just not going out. Well, no, Taurus, that isn't going to work either, because your Libran is naturally a sociable creature. They like going out, they like being out and about, they like people, they like engaging with people. So staying in all the time, although it will, yes, minimize the disagreement as far as other people being attracted to your Libra and your Libran naturally flirting with them, but it's going to bring about other problematic behaviors like boredom and your Libran wanting to literally fly the coop and not come back. So your Libran is likely to have a nice circle of friends, and their friends are important to them, and they want to interact and exchange with them. So this is definitely an area from the very beginning that you're going to see may bring issues. So that's something that you're just going to have to talk about. Can it be worked out? Of course. Can Librans dial back the flirtatious behavior? Absolutely. Are they going to stop the attractiveness test altogether? Probably not. I mean, highly unlikely. But, you know, things happen. But you too, Taurian, have the way to becoming more secure within yourself and accepting the fact that Librans typically are loyal to their partners and they are with you. So you guys are going to have some way that you deal with those sociable settings so as not to trigger unwanted and justified behaviors, okay? So Taurus, you are an exceptionally stable, predictable, and down-to-earth partner. That's just who you are. But when it comes to problems, Libra, you want to talk about it. You want to talk about the different angles, and you want to make the most fair decision about them. Whereas Taurus, you're more of a solitary thinker. You want to take the problem, you want to ponder it over, you want to think about it, and then you're going to make a decision based upon your thought process. Now, this may seem like a trivial difference between the two of you. However, Taurus, you are nothing if not stubborn. And once you've made up your mind about things, it's pretty hard to move you off that. The problem comes is that if your Libra partner is in the total opposite direction and they're not in agreement with you, again, they're going to want to talk about why they reached the decision that they made. And Taurus, you're just kind of absolute about this is my decision and that's it. So not communicating about this can be a major turnoff and a deal breaker for your Libran. So another area where you want to think about that is you want to think about when you're in this decision-making process and when you're analyzing and trying to find resolution for issues between the two of you, you might want to keep the communication open, all right? So Libra, you're much more flexible, so Taurus's stubborn side can be something that you will either admire because they stick to their convictions, or you're out of here, you can't take it. Now, the good news is that you're both ruled by Venus and you share a love of beauty and luxury, and you will absolutely have that commonality between the two of you. You're both quite diplomatic and charming, although Libra exercises it a lot more than Taurus cares to. Taurus is a lot more selective about who they turn the charms on and off for. You both want a loyal partner and a committed relationship. That's who you're about. So again, you see how the jealousy and the insecurities and all those things that can come about because of behaviors isn't necessarily based upon something fundamentally about who you are. You know, they're just kind of superficial things. And you both can be very romantic. Never mind the fact that because the two of you are ruled by the planet Venus, you know, things are pretty hot, pretty steamy, and it's a very good give, take, yin yang kind of situation. So the behaviors as far as Libra, you being really optimistic, and Taurus, you taking the same situation and having a tendency to be pessimistic about it, and the bad temper can lead to an absolute disaster. Or you can do some things early on when you are encountering these situations to turn it around and make your opposites work for each other. It's possible. Yes, it can be done, Taurus with Libra. Well, how? Well, you're just going to have to join me on part 2, where I tell you how to take a Taurus and Libra relationship to the next level, to where you two don't implode, because Taurus, you blow your lid, and Libra says, I'm out of here. That is not what I signed up for. I will tell you how to do that. We will talk more about this great chemistry the two of you have and how to carry that chemistry outside the bedroom. Also, how you deal with relationships that are platonic between Taurus and Libra, and that non-communication factor. How do you get beyond that to make this relationship a lasting one and a very good partnership? So join me on part 2 at www.sohnjee.com, where we will discuss further Taurus with Libra. And as always, if you are in a Taurus with Libra relationship, please leave your comment below and let us know what happens in your matchup. Also, if you haven't done so already, please, I'd appreciate it very much if you hit the like button, as well as subscribe and the bell. Until next time, I'll see you. Take care. See you over on part 2, Taurus with Libra. We got a lot to talk about. Bye-bye.